Hello? I have no idea what to say. I was like thinking about it. I was like, what am I gonna say when I go live again? Because it's literally been almost 6 months, like half a year since I've last been live, but I'm back. I'm alive. I hope everyone's doing well. And I'm excited to get back into streaming in 2024. Oh my gosh. It's literally been, it's been almost 6 months. I've been busy and I've been working on YouTube stuff mostly. Follow my YouTube channel, subscribe if you haven't already. It's vrindagold, same as my Twitch. But I'm excited to get back into streaming. But yeah, I was just doing a lot of reflecting on what type of content I want to do for Twitch, because I'm a fiber artist. I work with yarns, I work with needles, but I do a lot of slow crafts. So it's not exactly the most entertaining for a lot of people. I mean, it is, but I don't know. So this year I thought I would experiment a little bit more and just try something in the same sphere, kind of, but something a bit more fast-paced, something that people can like kind of visibly see the progress of and enjoy more. But if people want me to go back to like live rug making content, maybe I'll do that once in a while. I don't know. We'll see. We're experimenting here. But man, one of the things that I wanted to do was showcase some of my like design process live. Because like the one thing that I pride myself on is like original designs or like original recreations of stuff, like, you know, in the public domain and stuff like that. So I think it's like a good idea to showcase my design process. So here I am. If you couldn't tell, it's me. It's me. But yeah, no. I just finished a pretty big project. I finished a rug. Which is a good thing. It's been a long time since I made a rug, because I was just doing mostly like kind of like smaller projects and stuff like that, but I finished a rug and now I have like a bunch of scrap yarn left. And the one thing that I hate doing is wasting yarn, especially wool yarn. Wool yarn is not cheap, guys. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I'm in Canada and we have like this really old wool mill, kind of far from where I live. It's in a different province, but it's still in the same kind of like area-ish, and they have really cheap rug yarn, so like wool yarn, wool rug yarn, but like if you want to get stuff that's like more processed and stuff like that, if you want to like knit a sweater or whatever, then it's super expensive. Or if you want to get something hand-dyed stuff is really expensive, can be really expensive as well. That's one of my goals this year as well. I do want to learn how to dye yarn. I just think it'd be really fun. But there's like so many like different materials that you need to use. There's just so much. There's a lot. So we'll see if that happens. But for now, I am going to work I'm going to work on showcasing some of my design process. And as I was saying, I finished a rug very, very recently, and I have a bunch of scrap yarn left over. Um, and I hate letting yarn go to waste. I think that's like something that kind of goes against the principles of like slow crafts, like the traditional fiber arts, like punch needling. So I like using it up in other things. And so I'm gonna work on a pattern to use up some of that leftover yarn. I don't know what this is gonna be. Like, I have a vague idea of the pattern, but like I don't know what exactly I'm gonna use this pattern for. Because I've done wall hangings, I've done pillows, I've done like coasters as well. This is too big to be a coaster though. This is like 16 by 16 inches. So maybe it'll be a pillow, but I don't know. We'll see. But right now I'm just sketching out kind of a design that I had in mind. I've been thinking about this design for like weeks. And I was like, I'm gonna make it. Honestly, this gives me a good opportunity to kind of just work on my drawing skills as well. Honestly, they've been getting better throughout this past year anyways, like throughout 2023, because I've been doing it more, but I definitely want to just keep working on it. Especially things like perspective drawing, I find those to be a little bit of a challenge sometimes. Another thing that I do want to do as well is more more work that doesn't involve like flowers or leaves. Because literally that's so much of the it's so much of the projects that I've made. Like it's just like when in doubt, go to florals. But the problem is I'm always in doubt. So I always go to flowers. Geometrics are also a good idea, but I don't know. The thing is that like with punch needling, like it's very traditionally like just the look is different. Like you can really tell with things like you can tell it's like an old punch needle piece. Or I guess the better way to word it is that like punch needling is traditionally very much like skewed older, like very like traditional punch needle rug hooking. Like for many, many years, because this is like a heritage craft that's been done in Canada and the eastern United States since something like the 1800s, late 1700s. And it's only fairly recently, like since the pandemic, that it's been spreading towards like a younger audience. But the problem with that is that like a lot of the traditional techniques are lost. So you don't really like see those employed that much by like kind of like younger punch needle artists and whatnot. And that isn't a problem. Innovation is always a good thing. But a lot of the traditional techniques are very much like made to like be like super environmentally friendly, make rugs last forever, make other things last forever. And so to see those techniques being lost and kind of not being employed is kind of really sad. So kind of what my goal is has always been to make punch needle things that look good. Like they don't look like super kind of like old or whatnot, but like also employ like those traditional techniques. But yeah. What I'm trying to do here, I'm just trying to sketch this out. This is supposed to be like kind of a railing. I'm not good at 3D art as much, but I'm trying to do that. It doesn't, the little posts aren't even like even, but whatever, it's fine. And I have a bunch of like variegated yarn, like a bunch of blue variegated yarn that I used in the rug that I made recently that I just have like a bunch of left over. So I definitely want to use that up in this pattern, but I just need a good way of doing that. Here I go again with the flowers. I keep bringing in flowers. These are supposed to be kind of like, you know those like, I guess it's like ivy, isn't it? It's not really supposed to be ivy, but it's like those like creeping flowers that like climb over things. Vines? I don't know what they're called, but they're supposed to be that, but I'm not going to include that. No flowers in this. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll clear this layer and then kind of just do some sort of like a, kind of just see how I want like a sky kind of to look, because that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's a good idea. I'll use this one. I'm not an expert on Procreate brushes, by the way. Like I'm still like super like, I'm still like super kind of amateurish when it comes to that. So I guess something like this. I don't know how I feel about it, but maybe I should just screw it. We'll do that. Or maybe oops. 11. I don't know how many people watching use Procreate, but I have an irrational obsession with the monoline brush. Because when I first started using Procreate, I was just like, where's the one brush that actually uses, it's just like one nice, even line, no funny business. And then I discovered the monoline brush and I was like, this is it. This is the brush. And it took me a while actually until I like started using other brushes. Something like that. Maybe I should put a grid on maybe or something. Yeah, put on the drawing guide. Well, make it bigger a little bit, something like that. And change the color to something like pink. Just so I'm spacing things out evenly. Oh, whoops. Something like that. So I guess we'll do something like this. This is supposed to be like a fence, kind of, or like a railing of some sort. I'll take off the sketches. What I'll do is add just a little bit of shading underneath, or you know what I'll do? Duplicate, take this layer off, and then just, I love that. So easy, nice and easy. It actually looks super, like, it looks super light on there. It looks a little darker now for some reason. It looked really light on stream, but on my iPad it looks like super normal, so that was weird. Anyways, I think this will be like the general gist of the pattern. I don't know, maybe I want to add some sort of like design to the fence because I do feel like it looks a little plain. It looks a little boring. Maybe I'll do something. I'm gonna make a new layer. Maybe try like some sort of fence or like some sort of like design. Like that, maybe. That looks weird. I don't mind the way that looks. But something about it doesn't look right either. Maybe. But then if I do squares like that, it kind of looks like, I don't know, it looks very like, kind of like a cage. I don't want it to look like a cage. Same with as if I do like vertical bars like that. It looks like a jail cell. This isn't a jail cell. This is tough. Maybe what I've seen like those fences with like the cutouts, so you could do like a heart cutout or something like that. Or we could do like some sort of a post thing here at the top, like a... Oh, that could work. This works. So something like that. Oh no, it looks a little too... I'm gonna change the preferences here. Stabilize it a little bit. Something like that. You know what? That's not bad. I don't mind that. So we'll duplicate that and then just move it here. Maybe move it up a little, something like that. And then duplicate it again. Oh. Something like this, I think. I think we can make this one a little bit smaller. Something like that. For the perspective, and then make this one a little bigger for the perspective as well. I think that's good. And so we'll combine these, duplicate, and then change the layer color. Oops. Take the layer, change it, then something like that is good. And we can put this all the way under here. You know what? That's good. I like the way that looks. Maybe a little bit like that, maybe? Yeah. Keep in mind that this isn't like a digital art piece. Like, I'm not trying to make it super detailed. This is going on yarn. This is like a punch needle pattern that I'm working on, so it's not meant to be super, I guess, like realistic or whatever. So I guess this is good. And the one thing that I'm going to do with the background here that you can't really tell, I guess, right now, but I want to do kind of like a flowing style, so that's going to look super different when you're punch needling. So I'm going to try and do that as best I can with the liquefy effect, but like, we'll see. So like something like that, and then just like so. It'll look kind of like that, I guess. I think that's the best way that I can do it. And like, I have some ideas for what I want to do, kind of what else I want to do with this, but I don't know how good they'll look, so we'll just, I guess, sketch them out and like, we'll do a little bit of experimentation. So I want to do kind of like, not a heart maybe, but like a, kind of something Use maybe a lighter pink here. I think I need a bigger brush. This brush is a little too small. This is better. This is a marker brush, but that's fine. Here's what I should have done maybe. Here's what we'll do. Maybe separate them into perspective layers. Maybe like 3 or so, and then kind of do that. So make these a little smaller. So something like this. This will go on the bottom. Put this one in the middle, maybe. Actually, we'll clear this for a second, and then we'll make fewer. So I feel like this is enough for like the background layer. So what we'll do is we'll make the brush bigger. Oops, that was the eraser. Maybe make the confettis just a bit bigger now. Like that. Oops. So like that, and then this looks kind of weird right now, but I feel like it'll look really cool once we turn it into kind of a punch needle design, but oops. So we'll just something like this. Like that, and then do a couple big ones. I feel like this is a good spot for an orange. One, and then there we go, and then just add a bunch of tiny ones in the background. Something like that, I think is good. Am I missing a color? Should I add a different color to like something like, because I don't know if I want to add blue, because there's like the sky's already blue. Or something like purple? I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? Maybe green is a good idea. We could do green, but like more of like a light, like a super light teal or something like that, something like this. Then just fill it in like so. And then some bigger ones here. Whoa, what was that? It might have just been my computer. Weird. Whoops. Something like this. I'll zoom it out a little so everyone can take a look. I feel like I like this. I feel like I like the vibes of this. Like this is what I was like going for. And I feel like it'll look really good as a punch needle pattern as well. Really good for like confident beginners who want to do things like perspective or like want to try their hands at like really fine details. I feel like this will be good. I might sell this one as a pattern. Not like this though. I have a very specific system for pattern selling, but this is a good like kind of inspiration piece or kind of like a draft that I can go off of. Yeah, I like this. Like the vibes are good too, you know, like I don't know, there's just something about like a white like fence and a blue sky with the confetti. It's just like a very good representation of endless possibilities. Which is what I hope for myself this year. I think I'd be really happy to get that sort of feeling in some point this year. But until then, we'll just keep working, we'll keep grinding. I'll try to keep like a consistent schedule for Twitch this year. I would like to stream more. My next stream will probably be in a couple days or so. I'm thinking like Tuesday maybe. So I'm excited. But until then, you can go check out my YouTube or any of my socials to keep yourself occupied and updated. But I think I'm going to sign off for now. Thanks for sticking around. I know this was a shorter stream. This was kind of just like my introduction back into Twitch after a while. But I won't be gone for good this time, so you'll be able to see me around soon. But I'm gonna sign off for now, and thank you so much for watching.